Last we left off, our adventurers continued their journey toward the city of Steeplight as they navigate the forests of the Aetherkarst. For the most part, the journey was uneventful, although at times the group got lost on more than one occasion. On the fourth day of travel, the group came across a long and forgotten tomb, of which the name Phobos could be discerned. The group decided to travel into the crypt, which seemed old and mostly undisturbed. Deeper they delved until they came across a pair of iron doors with two gilded skulls. Upon the doors were abyssal engravings and a strange phrase that Turksian loosely translated into, "Life force is the key." Putting action over consequences, Kaim cut both his and Arvin's hand to drip blood upon the two gilded skulls outside the door. Hushed whispers blew through the crypt. The eyes of the gilded skulls glowed red, and the half-burned candles lining the walls began to faintly flicker with flame. Kaim opened the iron doors and met with a being on a throne made of skulls and bones. A being known as Phobos the Dread Messenger. It seemed that Phobos knew of Kaim, or at least his bloodline, and said that the Dark One would be pleased to know of a Chosen One's whereabouts. Alas, it appears that the being known as Phobos was nothing more than a programmed illusion, or a projected image, as it vanished into a swirling mist. But not before a couple zombies, an evil wizard, and a giant zombie attacked the group. After dealing with the undead, the group found a few items of value, a strange chest full of defaced coins, and decided to take their leave and continue their journey onward. As the group made their way to the edge of the Aetherkarst, they stumbled upon an encampment that looked to belong to the Queen's Waif. It was currently vacant, but there were signs of recent use. It appeared that this was some sort of staging ground, probably a waypoint for the Queen's Waif before making the long journey north or south. As the group traveled further out of the forest and closer to a nearby mountain, they ventured into a rocky summit and found something unexpected. Flying above the group was the unmistakable image of a giant chimera. The group decided to tie up the horses and investigate, as they still had a trophy tag from the Society of the Obsidian Hunt for a mystical chimera. However, it seemed as though the group did not go unnoticed, as a loud roar could be heard from above, loud enough for the rocks around them to shake loose from great heights. And this is where we begin tonight's session. I would like everybody to roll for initiative.
Game paused.
Shouldn't be.
Maybe I have to refresh.
I'm refreshing also.
I am too.
The music was working.
I'm rolled well.
It was delayed. Oh, nice. Unknown combatant. That I like.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Plus, it's not dark out, so I'm not always going to have advantage.
I think two music's playing right now.
You are right.
I am not
Foundry's fault.
loading in.
Yeah, the loading was slow, but the combat tracker, all I see is the Chimera, nothing else.
Disclaimer,
That's what I saw
Foundry
before.
was just updated, so expect
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
to be
yeah.
broken.
I'm waiting and looking at the screen for a moment. Maybe something will happen.
So that the combat tracker doesn't show anything for you, Turksine?
Yeah, it only shows the Theron Chimera. And there's no number on it. It's just that's the only thing in the tracker.
What about now?
It's still the same.
I see everyone, but only I rolled.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for IP address.
Oh,
Blah, blah, blah.
I see Arvin now.
Do you see Kaim on there?
No. Still shows a question mark for Arvin also.
You're a question mark.
Foundry, why don't you love us?
I can refresh again if you would like me to.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to load back in after my first refresh, and I went all the way back out. No.
I got a reroll button, but or never mind, it's gone.
Let me...
Should be 17 though, not 16, but doesn't matter.
Yeah, I changed that.
Thank you.
Let me back in. Let me in. This is because I made a joke about it being dark, and now my screen is dark. I don't like it. This is the bard's fault somehow.
Cosmic karma. Well, for what it's worth, my tracker looks the same.
I'm loading. I'm loading. I see Arvin question mark and Theron Chimera.
I think it should show question mark until
Yeah.
the first round.
Well, he's the only one. Like, I'm not on there. And,
You're not on there?
no.
Mine updated to 10.15.
What about now?
Maybe we're all in
No.
our own separate Foundry universe. Oh,
I
there.
just clicked my own initiative off my character sheet, and I appeared. With my traditional good roll. Thank you.
You're in. Oh, now we're all gone.
No active encounter?
Yay!
I want that roll.
Oh, we're all in.
I refresh and I have the rules now.
Job voice in the sky.
Layer.
Oh no! Oh, that's a
Did
better
you want
roll.
me to reroll? I will if you.
I just unlinked it.
What are we oh-knowing about?
Alright, has Arvin rolled?
No, I haven't either, or I haven't rerolled.
Reroll and I'll put your 17 back.
I mean, you can change it if you want. I had a 7 the first time, which is 10.15.
So, okay, you had a 10, got it.
My first roll was a 23.2 if you want that.
It doesn't matter, you're going first.
Woohoo!
And that's the same order there. Okay.
Isn't this broad daylight? Where is the darkness?
Alright. Panoply, you heard the roar from above. You can see stones shifting from the cliff tops above you. To your north, there does look like a pathway that leads up.
Just to clarify, are the horses like tied slightly in the woods?
Yes.
Okay. Well then. I will go up those stairs.
Wow. So he told you that you could go up, so you're just trusting him and going up, huh?
And I have 10 extra feet of movement up here because of my first turn.
As you ascend the stairs, you reach the top of these cliffs, which almost look like stalactites coming up from the ground, and they're connected by these very sketchy looking vines and rocks that connect each cliff top. But on the far cliff facing, you can see a nest and a large three-headed winged creature.
What to do but Hunter's Market and shoot it!
Where is it? Is it chilling on the edge of the cliff?
It's up here! You hear Panoply call.
Is it Dark? Who said that? Oh, baby.
Did not. Oh, damn it. I didn't put Hunter's Mark up. Crap. Let me do that and then roll d6.
Roll a 2d6 because it was a crit.
Woohoo! Oh my goodness gracious, that was exciting. Okay, now we will do Dread Ambusher.
This encounter might be over quickly.
No, we'll just hang out down here.
Yeah, Kai's gonna sit down and just kind of chill. She's got this, guys.
Oh my. How many anvils did you roll?
Okay, and I get one more attack. Oh my god.
She won.
Did you kill it yet? Come on.
Okay.
Jeez.
And out of nowhere, 2 more show up.
I'm done.
Alright, well that was fun. I need...
Oh god.
Why didn't you kill it?
Let's see if I
Oh
can
no!
do this.
The voice in the sky needs something.
I'm gonna need a saving throw. Oh no!
A saving throw. Let's see if this requests.
I would like to hide behind Kaim.
Time's getting hit too.
This is why I always pee before we start sessions, because I get so excited, because I know we're gonna die someday. Was it from them, or did you need one from me too?
No, you're not
Okay.
down there. As the roars echo through this cavern, large rocks and boulders fall from above onto those below. Arvin and Kaim, you take 11 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Kaim tries to lift up
why
his
I
shield and
request
block,
for it.
but it was too slow.
Did it request a save for Gylfie?
It did not. Would you like her to make one?
Yes, please.
I was sitting cross-legged waiting for Panoply to kill it. That's why I got hit.
I yelled.
Gylfie takes 11 bludgeoning also.
Oh,
Goodbye, Gylfie.
Oh,
Oh.
Alright.
aw.
Arvin, it is your turn.
So sad. No line of sight on the Kaim'era.
Nope.
Oh my gosh, it's too bad. don't know if I want to run up there. I don't want to die.
You're more than welcome to stay down there with the rocks.
Alright. How far? Let's see. Creature of your choice that you can see within range or gains hit points equal to 1d4. Is healing word just one target?
Yes.
Okay.
If you uprank it, it just makes it bigger, not more.
Okay. I used 30 feet of movement and healed Kaim'en. That is my turn? Question mark.
You still have an action, which you can convert into a dash, which is like a double move.
Am I protected by falling rocks over here?
No.
Come on. Come on. Okay. I gotta click this button. Okay.
Alright, Turxian, it is your turn. Is it really removing you guys from this? Damn it.
Oh, because we're off the screen.
Yeah, but I clicked unlink from scene.
Alright, Turxian is going to move 30 feet. And then... How far can I throw him?
You're talking about Kaim?
Of course. Alright,
I wonder that a lot.
Oh boy.
so the chosen space must be on a surface that I can see. Because I can't actually see what's on the other side of the stairs. Can I see up the stairs or no?
Yeah, you can see up the stairs.
Okay. Can you move Kaim 90 feet from me, closer to the Chimera, or as close as, if it's less than 90 feet, however close you can get?
From you?
Yes. I can launch him 90 feet. I think it's 90 feet. It's a range area 90 feet, extended range 120 feet.
I could put him up here.
I close up the box because I want to fail it.
Kaim, push the little button that you're next to. Of course, it takes you off the initiative track.
I was,
What was your roll?
6.
He just had to make a roll for Constitution, but the initiative. Never mind.
Yeah, it keeps deleting when move scenes. So Kaim will be here.
Oh. You're taking me?
On a precarious edge. Alright, anything else on Turxian's turn?
Nope, that's it.
Alright, Kaim, it is your turn.
Oh man. Okay, I'm going to rush over here, I guess. How far is that? So that's 30 feet. Then I'm gonna bonus action echo. 15 feet from me. Can I do it 30 feet? Hold on.
I think you can bring him 30 feet out.
It says an unoccupied space within 15 feet of me.
Oh.
But it can move 30 feet. Gonna go here and attack.
How did Kaim get over there?
Turxian used his vortex warp to launch Kaim up onto the cliffs.
Ooh, fancy.
Misses. Attack again. Wow.
Oy.
And that'll end Kaim's turn.
Oh boy. Alright, the Chimera will go. Kaim, you'll get an attack of opportunity against the Chimera.
Oh man, dude.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Too far.
Maybe he'll just lay down and die.
The Chimera, one of the heads breathes in deep, and the air around you starts to get a little warm.
Oh. What?
What?
Oh fuck.
I hope you make your save.
What the? Glad I
Hey,
healed you.
you made your save.
How did that just do 50 damage?
It's not supposed to roll that well.
Oh,
I mean, that was a good roll to roll high though after those other ones.
So the Chimera breathes in deep, and the air gets hot around you, and this burst of flame fires out at you, Kaim. And it hurts.
I put up my shield to block, but it's still catching all around me. It burns.
Alright. Oops, no. Panoply, your turn.
She turns to Arvin and says, "Keep him alive,"
ah.
and then runs away. And shoots it somewhere.
Yeah, do the thing.
Yeah, do the thing.
We're shooting.
Crime can't die if you just kill it.
This is my plan.
That's good. I don't want the responsibility.
Getting there, getting there.
It is really badly hurt. Alright. That's your, That's your turn?
This is my turn, yes.
Alright. Layer action. As it lets out a loud roar, the rocks above Turxian fall down. Turxian, if I can have you make a dexterity saving throw. Kaim, you notice... Ooh, that's no good.
Oh. He got squashed.
Turkson, you take 9 bludgeoning damage. Kaim, you notice the horse head neighs, and this gust of wind appears across from you, and it looks like it forms into galloping horses across the wind, and they're heading straight for you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
This is scary, but that's a really
Horses?
cool description.
Horsewind? What?
It's like Gandalf in the river, man.
Oh no. Not river horses.
The horses plow into Kaim, and he is pushed 10 feet away
Oh boy.
into the ravine here.
You rolled a 13 and killed him.
I think you should see a button about here. I need
Yep.
you to push it.
Wow, it says fall down.
Oh my god!
Bye.
Do I take fall
Kaim
damage?
falls 30 feet, taking
Ouch.
3d6 bludgeoning. So you take 10 bludgeoning damage as you fall.
Well, you're off the tracker.
I am, yeah.
Okay.
But I'll take it off.
Do that.
Did my heal keep you alive?
I'm hanging in there.
You're like, hey, I was down here before. Alright, Arvin, it is your turn. This thing's looking not long for this world.
Yeah, I gotta get within 60 feet of this dude.
You can always crossbow it. I think that's got like 120.
Shiza. I can't get close enough to do anything other than the crossbow, and I don't really trust my aim.
That's pretty sad.
It is pretty sad. I'm looking at the range of everything else that I have. Sorry, I'm accidentally clicking all of the wrong buttons ever.
It's a stressful moment, it's understandable.
It's all 60 feet. Everything's 60 feet. Oh, what about this one? 60 feet. Okay, well. We'll move a 30. And we'll give this a go. Here we go. We're gonna shoot it. Yep, see?
Oh.
I wasn't feeling it.
Oh.
I wasn't feeling it. Well.
The incredibly confident Arvin, who has no flaws, moves up next to you, Panoply, draws his crossbow, pulls the trigger, and you just hear this thwack as the bolt misfires, and he has to remove the bolt.
There you go.
Turxian, it is your turn.
Move 30 feet. Am I far enough I can click the upper, or am I stuck down
Yep.
here still?
You're good.
Alright.
What were you?
I think I was at 8. 5 feet. It's 90 feet. Let's see how smart this thing is. Turxian's gonna look at it and cast Tasha's Mind Whip.
Has advantage against spells.
Yay!
Even though it succeeded. Oh no, it failed. Oh, because it's intelligence -4.
Oh man.
That's good. Oh, I wanted it to succeed.
Kai, are you okay down there?
It would have turned the spell back on you.
Oh shit.
Wow.
That's a cool ability.
Yeah, it is. Where is Kaim?
Kaim fell down here.
Okay.
Does mine go now?
Combat is over.
What? I can't see anything.
You'll be trying to run for the stairs and suddenly these little faces will look down at you. Are you dead?
I have no idea where I am.
Aren't you down below?
Yeah. Where are you guys?
You all can well, Panoply can kind of see him down here.
If I try and cross these, do I have to make a dex check?
If you move normal, no. If you dash across them, yes.
I move carefully. Are you okay down there?
And you see them, they're like up above you on the ridges, like further up here.
How far down is he?
30 feet.
Is there anything I can potentially tie a rope onto and toss down to him?
Yeah.
I will do that. I have 50 feet of rope.
Right. After a very short while, Kaim climbs up the rope.
This is a large creature.
Yes. And there is a nest.
Panoply's totally gonna go look in it.
There are 3 fairly large eggs in the nest.
Can I put them in my pack carefully?
Do you have regular pack, or do you have the haversack?
I have a regular pack.
Um,
I have the bag of holding and the handy haversack.
Where did the river horses come from?
Oh,
the air.
yeah, like the horse head has like a wind magic. But you remember the scene in like Lord of the Rings when Gandalf makes the river takes the form of horses? Sorry.
Yes,
It seemed totally reasonable to me.
absolutely.
I mean, I would say they are. You know, like how big an ostrich egg is? Maybe a little larger than ostrich egg.
I do have a sack.
They are pretty damn hard too. I mean, like if you've ever seen an ostrich egg, those things they're almost like indestructible.
May I put them in if I have a burlap sack, which I do?
Yeah.
Okay, I do want to carefully collect those and make my way back.
Okay.
So how are we gonna turn this thing in? Is it gonna rot? I didn't consider this part.
I'd imagine we're not too far from Steep Light.
You think we could just sell it there? Does the Hunter's Guild have a unit there?
I'm
Maybe.
not sure.
We don't know. They just said that there were other
The guild had locations in other cities, but did not specifically name it.
I carefully set aside the eggs, and I am going to go to town and try and carefully dismember this head. Kaim, help me out. Well, the set of heads, I guess.
Kaim looks pretty rough.
Oh, you need some berries. We might as well just chill out here. I don't think anything will be here, except hopefully it didn't have a mate.
I don't know. Do Kaim'eras, you know?
They do it. Everything does it, pretty much, except amoebas. Fungi are actually different. My mom has some theories about that.
Do you guys mind if we take a quick short rest? A little winded from that, literally.
Yeah.
You probably saved the rest of us, though.
I didn't do anything.
You saved the rest of us.
I think you guys are fine.
That wind thing was unexpected.
So on the body, you're severing the head, taking a.
Like the head, I assume it meets in like one trunk going to the body, kind of like one neck.
Take
at
all
some point.
three?
Yeah, it's a chimera. I mean, if you want the trophy appropriate to it.
I feel like that would be huge. Can we carry it?
I don't know. The horses can.
Yeah, I mean, you'd like try to load it up on the horses. It is pretty big.
Right, Kaim will grab it by where the heads meet and kind of help out Penelope. She tries to cut through it.
All right, Panoply, you can make a survival check with advantage. You're pretty sure you did a good job of cutting your way through and collecting as good of a trophy as you could imagine. It's really weird because the creature has fur and feathers.
I carefully take a small feather and add it to the little pouch around my neck. There are these eggs too. I think tonight, if we have a fire somewhere, like I could tell if they're like developing in there. At least you can do that with chicken eggs.
How far are we from Steep Lake?
About 4 more days.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that tonight.
We should. Do you think there's a spell that keeps things from rotting? You ever heard of one, Turxian?
Um, it's a little out of my purview. It sounds more like it might be maybe something like a cleric might be able to do. I mean, Eggs don't need oxygen, do they? We could,
Eggs?
or the head, we can put it in a bag of holding. It's technically an extra dimension. I don't know if that would work though.
Stuff can rot without air, but it might last a little longer.
All right. So are you guys taking a rest or are you heading on out?
Short rest.
All right. You all can hit the short rest button. Oh, Arvin can sing a song.
Oh, jeez, I need to remember that stuff. Features and traits. Song of Rest. If you or any friendly creatures who can hear you spend one or more hit dice. How does that work then? Do I just roll 1d6
Yep.
and then we all can get that?
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Nice.
So everybody can add 4 hit points if they spend a die.
Oh, we have to spend a die? Well, what's the difference between me?
Well, you add it on top of the die that they use.
Only once though, right?
Oh, got it.
So I think it's worded when your allies
One.
use a dice to recover hit points, they can add a d6.
If you or any friendly
D6 or-
creatures who can hear performance regain hit points at the end of the short rest by spending one or more, just one extra 1d6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Better than a stick in the eye. Man, you were beat up.
Yeah. Do you need more?
I'm okay now. Between the good berries and that, I really needed it. Needed it.
I mean, he did get breathed on with fire and then tossed off a 30-foot cliff.
Normally, when I ask if you need ointment for that burn, it's because I made fun of you so badly.
DM, I used the Pearl of Power and Arcane Recovery to recover my 2 spell slots.
Cool, cool.
Are you guys resistant to anything? Like, more so than average person?
Definitely not
I'm
wind or fire.
resistant to a hard day's work.
I
I
think
can
it's a
tell.
little bit harder to charm me, and I've been told that I can't be magically put to sleep either.
Same.
Is it like an elf thing?
Yeah,
A little racist of you to assume, but yeah.
Well, you guys both have pointy ears. I actually have a little elf, and I have slightly pointed ears. But I don't have that.
I'm resistant to making smart decisions.
Um, throughout this entire time, have we ever taken necrotic or celestial damage?
Radiant?
Radiant, yeah.
I think we've taken necrotic before.
Gilfy's taken radiant damage.
Yeah, you've caused radiant damage.
Kaim doesn't know that.
And to yourself. I think I don't know. I feel like somebody took reading or necrotic.
Well, for the record, I'm not as hurt by fire as most people seem to be.
Good
So I'm
to
sorry
know.
you got hit with that, Kaim.
It's all good. That's what I'm here for.
Like I said, I know you felt like you missed with your hits, but it may have saved somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Could I have used my short rest to cast Find Familiar? Does that have to be a separate thing to do later, maybe during the long rest?
How long does it take?
1 hour plus 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think you'd have to do that separate from a short rest.
No problem.
I'd say you'd find Gilfie underneath a boulder, but he just disappears when he goes to 0.
Yeah, she just went poof.
Alright, so you all continue on for the day.
Yes. Panoply is in an unusually good mood. Do we want to have Arvin and Turxian ride together, and then the horse can carry a Kaim'era head?
Oh, getting kicked out of a horse for heads?
It's money. I mean, you could ride with me maybe, but I think I'm heavier than either one of you, honestly.
Yeah, Tirxian and I can bunk up.
Turxian is a little pudgy. He might actually be heavier than you are.
Yeah, but you're like 5'8". And you got no muscles.
5'7", 180.
Oh man, I feel attacked.
Well, you're in good company, because Panoply's felt that way all her life for being large and weird.
So you'll figure out how to transport your trophy. You continue on through the day, making it further south. And all of you can take a long rest.
Let's go.
God damn it! I'm never gonna figure this thing out.
I'm gonna hype him up. You got this, Kaim. Put your mind to it.
Ugh, next time.
If only you could put your muscles into it, you'd have it for sure.
If only my brain could have muscles. Yeah.
If only.
I would like everybody to roll a d6.
Oh man, I was prepped and ready for that. No. Save us.
Just need a Turxian.
Save us. Oh. Got lucky.
Boom!
MVP.
1 and a 6, huh?
About
Oh,
as
damn
average as
it.
it gets.
We've been through this before. This is how
God.
we ended up here.
This place looks familiar.
It's that damn
Kaim'era.
boulder!
Oh no.
It's Daddy Kaim'era.
It's got the stick figure on it, right?
Yeah. You all continue through this area and get past the mountain range, getting ever so closer to Steep Light. Thanks to Turxian, you're able to make up about a half day's journey. Turxian, with the help of Gilfie, who he's summoned again, has found a shortcut. Unfortunately, during this shortcut, Kaim falls down a hole 20 feet.
Oh my god.
Guys, my shoulder.
And it gets worse. This looks like a trap.
What's in here?
That's a trap.
We land on spikes?
Sure does.
Damage do I take?
Alright, you take... Let's see. You take a mixture of bludgeoning and piercing damage of 12, and then I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
How far was this pit? Damn.
It's a 20-foot pit onto spikes. However, Kaim, you do not succumb to the poison that is on the punchy spikes. But you're at the bottom of a pit.
We'll help here, guys.
Yeah. Do you guys have a rope that's not knotted? I guess 20 feet. I can just use my rope. Could we tie it to a horse or something?
And we have a bunch of rope.
Leave him down there. We'll be alright. I'm gonna pretend to stroll away.
You said it was only 20 feet?
Yeah.
Did you guys get me out or no?
We're lowering a rope to you. And we're like
I'll
tying
take
it
the
to a
rope then.
horse saddle or something. Can you guide the horse, Trixian? If this is are you going to check around for who made this trap, Arvin? As I see him wander off.
What? Oh, I thought we were leaving him here. I thought you were the tracker. Take a look around, see if anything happens.
I mean, I didn't know what you were doing.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll have Gilfy also fly straight up and do a few quick circles.
Okay. You can make a perception check for Gilfy. The trap looks very crude.
I'm going to, assuming Turxian can handle the horse that's got the rope, and Arvin comes back, I'm going to look around to see if there's some tracks or possibly somebody observing us.
Okay, roll survival.
I didn't know there Gilfy was all the way up there, so now there's two of her out, by the way. Thank you.
Panoply 9. Okay. Hard to make out. Looks like tracks are covered up enough to where you can't really discern them. Gilfy makes out far in the distance like a little puff of smoke. Like maybe a fire way off in the distance. But we're talking like at least a couple miles.
Towards the direction we've been heading, or?
No, it would be sort of like somewhere in these plains. The path you all are taking would essentially be going directly south and then hanging around this mountain chain to Steep Light.
Maybe we should ignore it.
Yeah, there's looks like there might be a campfire over there, but it's still pretty far away. We should be able to get him up and get on our way before anyone were able to make their way over here.
Yeah. Yeah, Osid. Pull up Kaim.
Can we just tie it to the horse and have the horse walk and pull him up?
That's what we're doing.
Okay, go. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to anything. I figured you guys had this.
Alright. You all managed to get Kaim out thanks to Gilfy finding a trapped shortcut. You all cut a half-day journey off. So, y'all can take a long rest.
Day's journey and half hit points. Was it worth it, Kaim?
Kaim can attempt his Rubik's Cube again.
Oh, with help?
Kaim, do you want some help with that?
I mean, if I could get this one piece over here, I think I got it.
Oh, I'll leave you to it then.
Alright. I need everybody to roll a d6.
Oh my god, are you trying to kill us?
I'm
Please
not
be
even
another
trying,
pit.
man.
Please be another pit.
So y'all have been eating a lot of magic mushrooms from Panoply and supplementing it a little bit with some other food, but man, Kaim, things you really miss a good meal. And your stomach has nearly had enough of these magic mushrooms. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god, I gave you the shits.
Oh no. Oh, nat one.
I
Nat
kind of
one.
wanting to roll disadvantage. Never mind.
Oh.
It's not good enough. Your stomach has boiled over at this point, and you guys lose a half day as Kaim is dreadfully sick today.
Oh, poor guy.
Well, I'm waiting for him to shit. May I hunt?
Yes.
Attempt to boil some tea.
Oh man.
Instead of crit Kaim, it is shit Kaim. Panoply, you find like a couple small game pieces, but nothing super hardy. Maybe a bird and a rabbit or something.
Found some chimera eggs.
Yeah, can I
Oh, yeah,
see
you
if I
wanted to do
can,
that.
I don't know, perceive, like, through firelight or listening very closely if there's movement?
This would be more of an investigation check.
Oh god. Well, it is what it is for that.
You're unsure, but yeah, you're unsure. These eggs, they're not exactly transparent or translucent. Not quite like chicken eggs where you can really see through them.
When
I-
we started cutting into the chimera, was it very warm?
Yeah.
I put the eggs close to the fire at night.
Yeah, can I
Okay.
see those real quick?
Oh yeah, of course. Like, I don't really have a plan for it. I was just like, are they going to hatch? Are they, you know, we could sell those in town too, or eat them if they're not really, producing a chimera.
Turkson will take out his eyes of minute seeing and try and look at them behind the firelight.
All right, that's an investigation with advantage. So while Panoply was just kind of like holding them up against the fire and turning it side to side, Turxian puts these little weird glasses on, looks at them really close, still holds them up to the flame, like knocks on them a little with various different tools, maybe a feather. And Turxian, you decide that these eggs are probably on the latter half of their life cycle, meaning that there's something definitely forming on the inside of them. You can feel it in the shift in weight when you move the eggs around. They don't feel like I don't want to say sloshy because you don't really feel that in an egg, but there's something that creates a weight differential in the eggs when you move it.
Yeah, these are definitely have something inside of them. Probably good to keep them by the fire, but don't put them so close they cook. If you want them to hatch, that is.
You see Panoply like literally will put her hand between, like closer than you would put your hand towards the fire just to test the warmth, adjust them accordingly. Should we let one go to replace the one we took? I mean, well, I guess I don't know how they work. They might need a adult.
Probably train them, don't you think? If they hatch.
Maybe? I wonder if all the heads eat different things, like the horses eat grass and does the bird eat like a bird of prey? Like eat meat?
Would I have read anything about chimeras?
Roll history. Yeah, they mostly eat meat. But the ones, so they don't always have the same heads is another thing. But generally there is one head that does not eat meat, but most of the heads eat meat.
Do all three heads need to eat, or do they share a stomach?
They share a stomach, but the heads don't exactly understand that sometimes.
Are they tameable, or is it like trying to bring a raccoon into the house?
Mm, they're not like you can't domesticate them, but you could kind of train them.
I'll pass that information on to the group.
imagine it'll take a lot of work to train them. Just do basic things. Hell, maybe we can even ride them one day.
Alright, you all can. I think you've all taken a long rest, so the next day, I'd like everybody to roll a d6. And Kaim
Come
can roll
on,
the
Kaim!
initiative.
Don't kill us again, you traitor.
You go first.
The important stuff first.
Damn it!
Oh no! God, what? Sixes don't exist.
Panoply, as you are traveling, you notice a small being buzzing around you all.
Like a humanoid-ish looking being?
Sure. And then a lot of small little humanoid-ish looking beings.
Guys?
What's up?
Seems like a
Don't-
panoply problem.
Don't... These flies are not flies. But... maybe... I will, see if I could put out a share of rations, which I'll deduct. And... a good berry, maybe? And then... leave an offering on a stump or something. See if they'll go to that instead of us.
Okay.
I mean, like, you can lure flies with, vinegar or honey, right?
Ah, we're on the move.
The little creatures buzz all around you. They very quickly go to your little offering and kick it off of the stone.
Oh.
And then all of them disappear.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. Let's just keep going.
You hear a voice,
Who?
all of you. 6 voices in unison, as if they're around you.
Hello?
The egg. We want an egg. You have some. We know it. We've heard about it. We want an egg.
Oh, okay.
You have 3. We want 1.
Well, okay. Do you want me
What?
to... I'm just going to put it over here.
Give it an egg up for. What are you talking about riding Chimeras? Now you're gonna give up an egg?
I didn't say anything about writing it. Kaim wanted to write it.
Wait, why do you want...
Time. You gonna let her give away an egg?
No, don't. My hopes and dreams.
You could still have one. I mean, this is like a toll, right?
Yes.
What if we
Otherwise, we turn you into a fish.
I've never had to pay an egg toll before today.
Standard procedure.
Will you accept anything else other than the egg?
Insight check.
Can they
Yes.
turn me into a fish?
I will let you insight check.
Guys, I'm fine with turning into a fish.
You're in, won't be
You're
different.
not sure. These little winged creatures seem very chaotic. Not chaotic, but very eccentric.
Listen, I'm
Herring.
not
We will turn you into a herring.
No.
Listen, we're not giving you egg, and Kai will just brush him off and walk past.
Turksine, you see one of them appear and start casting a spell at Kaim.
I am going to continue putting an egg off to the side. I will do sleight of hand to try and make it somewhat surreptitious as you could be with a large egg.
Turksine counterspells it.
Oh my
I
god.
think I have to roll for it though, don't I? Because it's
Oh, yes, you do. Yep.
14.
Oh god.
Polymorph is level 4.
So then you roll a 14 or higher, or
Correct.
do I add anything to that or no?
You add your ability modifier, I believe, which I believe is a 5.
Okay.
Let me make sure on counterspell. Use your spell casting ability. Yeah, so it's plus your intelligence modifier.
Barely.
So Turksine counterspells the pixie, and she is dismayed. What did you do? You stopped the spell. Turn him into a newt!
Oh my god.
One targets Turksian and casts Polymorph.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my
no,
god.
It's a newt.
Turksian is turned into a newt.
I am going to continue like pushing the egg like off the path into a set of grass or something.
You give us egg, we let him not be a newt.
Here's your egg.
What?
What a-
No.
3 of them fly over because this egg is huge compared to them. And they have like a little net and they put it under the egg and they start flying away.
Does he have to still be a newt?
As those 3 fly very far away, the one that has Turksine turned into a newt goes, "It got better," and then ends her concentration. And Turksine is no longer a newt.
I bet was he a elvish sized newt or just a little newt?
It weighed the same as a duck.
I mean, at least we could have carried him. You just have to keep him wet.
Oh man.
You gotta talk like Kaim, shut up.
Well,
That's called extortion.
They
I know
start
what that looks
flying
like.
away.
that was strange.
Quick, Kaim, go get the egg.
Long gone.
I mean, we still have 2. It's a real pain to raise baby animals, you know? Do you really want to do that?
Kaim can't even fathom the responsibility, so yes.
It's like having watch all night for night after night after night after night and all day.
And it would have been worth it.
Well, we still have 2.
Yeah, till you guys run across more of those things.
Well, you gotta talk faster. I mean, you could maybe talk us out of it, right?
What? They were having none of that.
Well, I mean, it was just happenstance and luck that we got those anyway.
Skill.
It wasn't skill.
Perplexed by the day, you all continue your journey. You are within days' march of Steep Light.
Oh,
New dawn, new day, a new Rubik's Cube challenge, and everybody roll a d6.
oh!
No
but
way.
The last day?
Now, do I succeed?
I'll tell you after your d6.
Oh,
Interesting.
This is so exciting.
Wow, nothing happened.
About time.
So you all continue on your path to Steep Light. Off in the distance, you see a city getting closer and closer. It's not the largest city you've ever seen, but it's definitely larger than the town of Night Hollow. Arvin would tell you that probably maybe around 15,000 people that inhabit Steep Light on a daily basis. There's a lot of people that come and go through Steep Light. It is definitely a hive of scum and villainy, and not really for those of the faint of heart. As you get closer and closer, you see various merchants and strange looking people from far off lands that have made their way to Steep Light. And in fact, you can see a couple airships that have docked on the singular port that Steep Light has, very high up in the air. As you approach the gates, the one thing you notice is that there are no guards. But on either side of the gate are these strange statues. Still beings, but four-armed creatures with stone wings. As Kaim peers upon the statue as he messes around with his little puzzle Rubik's Cube, he suddenly looks down and every single side is the same color. Kaim, you hear a little clink when you complete it.
He looks down. He looks up at the party. Guys, I did it! I finally fucking did it!
Panoply flips him a coin.
Yeah, right. You probably peeled the stickers off and put them in place.
Panoply flips you a gold coin, but you notice that clink, the Rubik's Cube feels like it's loose now.
Oh god. So what does it do now?
Something happened.
What? Like what?
He'll try to fiddle around with it and kind of pull it apart.
It pulls apart, and a key drops to the ground.
Whoa. A mysterious key.
That's exactly what it is. I think that's a good moment to take a short break.
Captain Keys.
So as you reach the outskirts of Steep Light, it's about 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. How would you like to approach? One of you is potentially a wanted man.
But I need to put on a skirt, right? Is that how we do it, Panoply?
Do you have a skirt? I got rid of that other one.
Got some fancy robes.
Do you really? Do you care? Okay. Can you make your face look different?
A good question. I do feel like we need to disguise ourselves in some way, or at least me.
Do you want me to go get like a makeup kit?
Let's see. Let me check. Let me check backpacks. See if we have any kind of hood.
Okay.
Okay. I do have a disguise kit.
Okay.
So I would like to whip up a disguise for myself, and I think maybe we could split the group up instead of coming in 4 at a time.
Make sure you guys put most of your valuables tightly in your packs and only carry enough coin, right? Like to, tip.
Oh yeah, I always normally do that, but I grew up here.
We grew up in a city too. Not like this one though.
Yeah, I'd like to use the disguise kit on myself to see what I can do.
I think we should stay together.
Really? They're looking for 4 people, 2 elves.
Wait, they're looking for
24
all of us?
lady. Probably, who knows? We don't know what they told the people down
I
here.
could look different for an hour. Well, I'm just thinking, like, we have a chimera and a horse. And we have these. I hold up the sack with the eggs. We probably need to, I mean, it's better to stick together against threats.
What if you 3 looked for a place to turn in the Kaim'eras,
Okay.
and I separated?
How would you find us?
I know the city.
Would you be all right?
Yeah, of course. DM, do I know where there possibly would be the guild where they could turn that in? Area, maybe.
Well,
Make a history check.
I'm also gonna roll an insight check to see if he really thinks he's gonna be okay or if he's actually just bluffing.
You have a loose idea where there could be one.
A loose idea. Okay.
What are you inciting again?
I'm trying to see if Arvin really thinks he's gonna be okay or if he's just bluffing. I'm probably not gonna be able to insight him anyway because he's a goddamn bard.
I mean, if he's lying, I think he rolls a 21.
Oh
Or
my
is
god.
that different?
Well, that's if I'm making a deception or persuasion roll. I don't know how it works against insight.
Well, are you lying or are you telling the truth?
Of course, I'm telling the truth.
He's lying.
Well, Panoply, I'll put it this way. If he's lying, you're unsure. If he's telling the truth, he's really damn convincing.
Wow. Okay, so you think it's like if we go left and then right?
Correct.
Okay.
That's my best guess. Obviously.
Is there
I
anything
wasn't
we shouldn't
familiar.
do here? Is there like a taboo, that we shouldn't know about?
Nothing you wouldn't do. Like, you're not begging for coins on the corner. You're not making yourself look flashy and rich when you're walking around. Kaim looks dangerous. Have him in front.
Sure, I'll do that.
But don't talk to people.
Tyrixian, maybe just, flex a little bit when you're walking.
You go in the middle and I'll go at the end.
That sounds like a good idea.
I mean, I think as long as Tyrixian's holding onto the Chimera heads, no one's going to mess with him.
Okay. We will enter Steep Light.
I drew on a mustache, and I've got a deep hood, and that's good for now.
All right. I'd have you roll deception, but sure. Because you're going to roll high anyways. As you make your way through the streets, you notice a rather busy city that is sort of in a state of disrepair. Not necessarily that things are falling apart, but just things aren't well maintained. You get a feeling that a lot of people in town put on a facade, and that they're probably a lot poorer than they actually look. You do notice, traveling through town, there's a lot of shady characters on the sides of the streets that watch. There are groups of ruffians and thugs that prowl through the streets, and every once in a while they find a poor victim to shake down and sort of bully a little, maybe ask for information or the whereabouts of a certain individual, claiming that they owe the guild some money. Or did you decide to travel together?
3 of us, but Arvin is going by himself.
Like, how far by yourself?
So, I am going to let those 3 go ahead, and I'm going to trail quite a bit further back, keeping my eyes on surroundings, seeing if anybody looks like they're scoping them out in particular. a healthy distance back.
Okay. And you three are heading to a hopeful hunting guild?
Yes. Gonna
All right.
stick main roads. Not going down any alleys. We got horses. We got a chimera head.
I'll have all of you roll a d6.
Me too.
Yep. All right. Arvin, you haven't been in town for a little while, and even when you were in town, you kept predominantly to your little orphanage and then running side gigs for the various guilds. Not that you necessarily understood that's what you were doing. So you kind of kept to a certain quarter of town as opposed to traveling all over it. However, you do remember a older guildmate talking about a hunting lodge. And you're pretty sure it was on the north side. So you kind of relay this information however you go about it to the rest of the group, maybe beforehand. They travel northward, and thankfully, you don't really run into anything suspicious on your way there. And Panoply, you notice a familiar sign um, deep onto the north side of the city that essentially says Society of the Obsidian Hunt.
Do they have associated stables?
They do.
Does it cost?
Not for guild members or hunting members.
Okay. Let's put our horses in here. I honestly would take our packs with us. Let's go turn in this heads. And we will struggle and drag a chimera head in. Hopefully not too ripe.
It's been what, 4 days since we killed it?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Let's see. You enter a very similar looking building. This one, the previous society had a black dragon's head on it. This one has a green dragon's head above the fireplace.
Mhm.
You're greeted by the traditional smells, looks of the essentially gentleman's hunting lodge. People smoking cigars, various trophies on the walls, and almost identical layout. There is a hippo behind what you presume to be the guild registry.
Is it Herbert?
Not quite. Looks very similar though.
Different hippo.
He introduces himself as Wilfred.
Panoply is fruit. Got helping Kaim lift this chimera head and just freezes.
Oh, let me help you there. And we'll bring in the Chimera heads.
Turk, seeing you talk.
I'm not very good at that either.
I just don't want to do it.
Wilfred the hippo wears a large brimmed black hat with a giant multicolored feather that sticks up and out of it. And where Herbert would always have a tobacco pipe and a napkin of white powdery substance, this individual has a small little banjo, and he wears incredibly high black leather boots and a very gaudy outfit akin to sort of like a musketeer type dress attire. And instead of a black powder rifle slung behind his back, on his side he has a rapier. But it is a massive rapier because he is a giant hippo.
Hi. Yeah, I don't know where you have somewhere we can drop this down. We picked up a tag for it back in Night Hollow, the Night Hollow chapter. Hoping we can exchange it here.
Why, of course. Um, well, you've traveled some ways. You must have met my cousin Herbert. Quite the individual, I would say.
We have, yeah. Good people.
Clearly, he's just like me, but a little different. Anyways, you say you have a tag. Can you please provide that? And, I mean, this looks like a fine specimen here. Might need a little work around the edges, but, it's a little grimy now. I've seen better, but it still looks like a fine specimen. I think we can clean this one right up. Just need to see that tag.
Canopy, you got it still?
Uh, yeah. And she kind of awkwardly puts down the head and is like fumbling in her bag and produces the tag.
He holds it up and pulls out a monocle and looks at it very closely back and front. Yes, this is Herbert's work. Very clear here. One tag for Chimera. Wow, this is a fine specimen. This isn't just any normal Chimera. Wow, that's impressive.
Um, do you have any way of keeping things from decaying over long periods? Is there a way to do that?
It depends what it is. I mean, we're pretty good at taxidermy.
Is there like a way to do it if you're not? Like if you're in the woods, like where we got this?
Well, I mean, usually just drain the blood pretty well and, get rid of as much meat as you can and just kind of hope for the best. I mean, there's magical substances you can use, but that seems to be more for the advanced hunters.
Okay.
I imagine something like a dust of dryness.
Do you... So that's the tag, and that's a good trophy?
Oh, fine specimen. It's a 50 gold tag, so, I mean, let's see, this isn't your first one, so no first time bonus there. Well, I'm authorized to give you 500 gold pieces, or I can give you assortment of various potions that come up to a little bit more than that 500 gold, but that's about what it is.
She looks helplessly at like Turkson.
What kind of potions did you have?
Oh, well, we have healing potions, we have... And he, like, flips through a book catalog. Huh. Well, no. Looks like we're out of a lot. Looks like it's just healing potions, then.
We'll just take the gold, I think.
Kaim nods. He's trying his hardest not to talk.
Well, there you go. 500 gold it is. And you can just leave that right there and, well, where are my little helpers? Elmer! Elmer! Where'd you go? And this little tiny goblin, well, it's a normal sized goblin, but compared to Wilfred, it's tiny, comes running out and... Yes'm, boss! Elmer, get your lads. We've got a new trophy. Need it put up on the wall ASAP, pronto. And kind of just holds his hand up like a terrible salute and salutes him and runs off like through a little hole in the ground. And he looks at you all. Well, if you need lodging, well, you're a member, so you can lodge here if you want. The rest of the town is a little, well, let's say it's not like the old town that I come from.
Where do you come from?
Oh, far away land. Very far to the north. But it's a little cold there, so... Well, yeah, we decided to travel. You know, it's quite a silly place. It's a giant grouping of islands that float, well, everything floats in the sky here. But, very far north. If you're ever interested, it's a town called, well, city called Surat, but there's a lot of bird folk in that area.
Interesting. Yeah, we were a little surprised. We didn't realize that there was a chapter here as well. Are there a lot of chapters?
Well, not as many as we'd like. We don't really go into the nation of Prosperos. We just sort of keep to the outskirts. They have, far too many laws. They think everything belongs to them. I mean, they think that this Chimera belongs to them or something like that. So, I mean, generally any major city outside of the nation might find one of my cousins. I mean, we kind of scattered throughout the lands. It just, the old place wasn't that good.
That's good to know. You wouldn't happen to have any available tags for sale here, do you?
Oh, well, I've always been interested in a Medusa. That would be pretty interesting. But, most people, they turn to stone before they can bring that one in. Now, my cousin and I, we've always been after a big, giant dinosaur. Like a T-Rex has these little stumpy arms, and he like pulls his arms in and does little stumpy arm thing. But big mouth, big teeth. Yeah, I mean, ever go in the Underdark? There's strange creatures in there, Umber Hulks. We've still never had a trophy of that. I mean, you prove yourself some more, maybe later some of the more high tier trophies will come, but you know, those things might kill you at the moment, so kind of make it to where you need to prove yourself before we hand those out.
Turkson will look at Panoply. So, any of those sound like something you want to go after?
Let's decide later. Just like when we decide what we're doing next, might help. You know, we're not sure where we're headed next.
Well, you chose a strange town to come to unless you have some dealings.
Well, when we were closer to this town than the other town when we caught this.
Yeah, definitely take you up on lodging for the night, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. There's like a very long, awkward pause between him and you. Well,
Panoply will not. She's trying to be like discreet, but is poor at it. It's kind of like nut. Tries to elbow Turxian and like points down at the burlap sack and raises her eyebrows.
Do you want to get rid of those too? I don't want to have to fight Kaim over that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll just take rooms. We'll just get our keys. Oh, we're gonna have a party member joining us later. Can he get a room too? He's also a member.
yeah, you just have to, you know, prove that you're a member. I assume Herbert gave you some identification.
Do we have badges or something?
I believe it was like a coin.
Oh yeah. We all like look at each other like, what the fuck? And then we probably dig in our pouches and find a coin.
I have to remember to add that to my character sheet. I don't think I have anything on there.
Kaim, you notice one of the patrons in the lodge is a dragonborn that sits there. He has a rather large sword on his back. Silver scales, cloak over his head, smoking a pipe, but he seems to follow you with his eyes.
I will just look back at him and nod. Hey,
Just a
what's
very
up?
slow nod back.
So Panoply's like awkwardly moving off with her stuff to put her stuff in her room.
Where are the rooms? Are they over here?
They're upstairs, but I don't think I've got it linked.
Okay.
No. I mean, it's just like hotel rooms. We don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after she puts her stuff in there, she's gonna carry her pack around most places, which is weird, but whatever. Do we notice Arvin come in?
Does Arvin come in?
Does Arvin come in?
No, kind of scoping out the entrance, mulling around the outside, Just making sure no one else is coming in, following, got an eye on the place.
I will probably just have an ale at a table while I'm waiting for Arvin to be present. I'm gonna also take the Chimera eggs, like, with me everywhere I go.
Is there anything to see outside? Anybody suspicious?
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
I mean, asking if there's anything suspicious in the town of Steeplight is sort of a rhetoric question. But as far as you can tell, nobody has noticed you. And around the Obsidian Hunt Lodge, there's a lot less shady characters around, and there looks to be a few more dignified people that come and go in here, more so hunters and lodgers, of course.
Dignified, yes. My kind of people. Alright, I'll head on in. I still got my mustache on.
We know it's Arvin.
Did you see him put the disguise kit on?
Did we?
Yeah. I think I put it on and then we figured out where we were all going.
Okay. I told you your mustache was crooked and you corrected it. It's great.
You got money for fake mustaches?
Are we all
So-
together?
You
go
see
ahead.
like 20 little goblins dragging the three heads of the Chimera into a back room.
Are we all alone in here, or is it just that one creepy dude who's checking Kaim out?
There's him. There's a couple other random patrons, various races.
Having some drinks.
Yeah, telling stories of mythical creatures and like some of them are their own stories, some of them are clearly like wives' tales essentially that they're repeating.
If we can get to a kind of a corner table where we're not around a lot of people, so I'll talk to the group and tell them what I know about the city.
Okay.
And it seems like we're kind of alone.
Sounds good. So what kind of information do you want to tell them?
Well, first of all, everybody, cheers, and glad we made it alive. Good
Yeah.
to have you all here in hometown. I thought it would be helpful for you guys if I shared a little bit of information about myself, about why I wanted to come here, about my past, in case it's helpful to you all. But I guess first, did anybody have any questions? All right.
So you don't have any family? That you know of?
Well, I grew up in Steep Light without parents at a young age, so the orphanage that I stayed at became my family. I lived with a lot of children my age, and as you heard from Pacelian earlier, there's a lot of children in this area for reasons that I now know are not quite so innocent. But I specifically wanted to come back into town and originally left town so I could try to collect some money and help out a lot of my family and friends, or the people that lived in the orphanage that I was kind of looking after. Yes, there are a lot of thieves and pickpockets and mercenaries, but I really never knew how deep the villainy ran in the city, how sordid the town truly was. And although I lived here and spent a lot of time here, I tended to stay in one part of the city, so I'm not quite familiar with everything. But not only did I want to help some of my friends out, but now I am curious if we can maybe lift the reward that is currently hanging over my head, and therefore the groups. And maybe you would all be useful to helping fix that.
Do you know how much it is? Like, is there a money reward for you?
Yes. Tyrixian and I had originally found out that there was a reward on my head at the beginning of our adventures. And to the best of my knowledge, the reward has only grown since then.
How much we're talking?
Not as much as we just made off getting that Kaim'era together, my friend. I like to think I'm a little more valuable to you alive than dead.
I mean, if they're paying for you to be alive, sure.
But yeah, I'm here if you have any other further questions around town, but I'd like to do what I can to help out some of my old friends to start.
So, do you know where you'd go to, like, I mean, do you just take a pouch of money in and lift the price on your head? Like,
Well,
did you
as to
buy
that,
that right?
I'm not very certain, and I'm open to ideas. But speaking of money, I do want to go help out my friends, and I do have some contacts still in my old orphanage who maybe could be of some help. Maybe they have information they could pass us.
Okay.
So, how exactly are you wanting to help them?
Well, when I originally left and was hanging out with you, my goal was to earn money through whatever means and send it back to them. This money was used for really just necessities. Coming up with food day to day was never the easiest thing. So having that safeguard in place, I think will save a lot of lives here.
How much gold do you need?
Oh, how much gold do any young people need? As much as they can get, I'm sure.
I mean, how many people do you want to help?
Well, there were quite a few back when I was younger. I'd be interested to know how the guild is running and see who's in charge, to find out how much sway the Queen's waif held over them. Again, a lot of information we would find out as we investigated.
Okay. Do you need, like, more disguise? Should we go in disguise? Like, I'm really bad at talking to new people and not a very good liar.
I think it's important that I stay disguised for as long as possible. I don't know how much information anybody has about you three.
I say, whoever put this bounty on you, you should go talk to them right now.
You
That's
do
a really
remember
bad
what
idea without me
Celian said
knowing.
to us during breakfast, right?
No.
Uh, he was under the assumption that the Queen's Waif was very powerful and made people disappear and sold children into slavery or to become constructs or the like. Probably not someone you want to mess with. Do like your confidence. I just think that it would be a good idea to garner some information first.
Do you have anybody that you really trust that we can go talk to right now?
Well, there's no honor amongst thieves, but I do have some old acquaintances, yes.
Make it worth their while. Pay them for some information and kill two birds with one stone.
That's a great idea.
Like, how much are you worth?
How much am I worth?
Yeah, like, I'm just saying, like, you go to this guy for information, and he's like, I could get 300 gold by turning in Arvin the Jolly, or I could. I mean, we're gonna have to pay him 300 gold. It's just nice to know what we're up against.
I'm priceless, if that's what you're asking.
I know, but
But if you're asking what the reward on my head is,
yeah,
I'm not
more like that.
certain. If I had to guess, less than 500 gold. But
Are there like posters in town with your face on them? Like that might be helpful.
I also have. Did we notice any posters?
No.
Okay. I also have built up some goodwill to my contacts here over the past month, even though I've been out of town.
How are you in contact with them? You've been with us the entire time.
Correct. That's a trade secret. That being said, I think that we have a wonderful place to sleep here, to leave our horses, to purchase any supplies we might need, to come back to if we need to. Maybe we could take a rest before making our way to the orphanage,
Okay.
if that is a route that people are comfortable with.
Yeah, Kaim, you can go check out the stores here too.
What?
I don't know if there's is there stuff you still want. I don't know if they have the same stuff that they have in Night Hollow, like the same potions.
Yeah, there's a
and
couple of
things.
shops over there by Wilfred. Maybe there's some new stock.
Yep, I'll go check it out while you guys get all settled. We can handle that offline.
Is it evening, afternoon?
Yeah, it's evening.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say we check out the stores, check out the stock, and then probably sleep for the night.
Yeah, go first thing in the morning. I like that. I'm totally watching to see if Kaim wanders off away.
Oh, is there a way for you guys to check out the Chimera eggs? Would there be valuable to sell here? Unless Kaim wants to raise them both as his own children.
I'm specifically waiting for Kaim to wander off anywhere else.
Oh, okay.
Away from Arvin, and I'm gonna grab Arvin's hand, pull him across the table, and be like, "Listen,
Ah!
I need you to help me convince Kaim. Well, we gotta sell these eggs because Kaim wants to ride a chimera, and it is gonna be the bane of our entire lives unless we get rid of these."
I'm having any children. Does
Just,
Kaim have any children?
just not that I'm aware of. He likes to
Then
try and have children, but he doesn't succeed a lot.
I'm sure you could press upon him the importance of how much work one actually is.
I mean, we've both been around like little cousins and stuff, but he isn't like taking care of them. You know what I mean?
As long as you could get him to understand what it's like raising a child, which I'm sure he understands the concept of, that's what it's going to be like.
You're way more you're good with words. I'm not. And I'm his cousin, and he's just going to ignore me.
All right, I'm going to go over to the store. presumably where Kaim's checking stuff out.
Okay.
Tierxin, you want to come check some spells out?
Sure.
There, Panoply, you're all alone with the eggs.
That's fine. I look dangerous. I yawn and make sure everybody can see my sharp teeth.
Are there other cool characters here, just like the last place? Or is it just Wilfred?
There is Wilfred. There is a orc with a big giant cauldron pouring various liquids into it. There is a halfling that sells magical items, and then there is a tiefling that a red tiefling that sells weapons and armor.
So as you guys enter, you see Kaim talking to the tiefling, asking about mounted armor and maybe like some claws, maybe 3 helmets for a steed or something.
And to make matters worse, that the tiefling is a rather attractive female. And she is milking Kaim into this conversation. Oh yes, armor for a noble steed.
Or like a chimera, yes.
Noble steed. For the noble knight.
Yep, that's me.
I'm sure I could start working on something. Do you have any measurements?
It's not quite there yet.
Oh,
This is something in the future.
Hey, Kaim. I think she's into you.
You can't hear him. He's totally into the tiefling right now.
Alright, I kind of slap Kaim on the shoulder. Hey, Kaim, I've got some bad news for you.
Huh? What happened?
Your cousin wanted to share some information with you, and, well, I'm not sure how to break this to you easily, but, and then I'm going to use deception on Kaim to explain to him that these chimeras won't grow big enough for him to ride in the future.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's a 21.
either roll anything, I'm gonna automatically fail that.
insight.
I see. Well, that's disappointing. I figured it'd be the same size as it's the one that we fought, but that's okay though. It could be like a pet or like a Tharos, you know, something that fights alongside with us, right?
Now, that's a possibility. We definitely don't want to be spending any money on anything we can't ride. And I think your cousin was just looking for different options.
Oh,
I
it would
don't
be
know if
so cool if you get like miniature armor for it and whatnot.
I'm trying to hold in a laugh, man. I cannot do it. He's so excited. I don't want to break this guy's dreams. All right. Well, maybe here at the shop, Kaim, you can just focus on buying something for yourself.
I could get the armor emblazoned with some emblem or something. Maybe like a 3-headed chimera emblem on it. It'll be all mean and really ferocious. It'll be awesome.
I was just gonna tiptoe away.
So anyways, he turns back to the tiefling. Anyway, we can get that like pint-sized for like a pet.
Oh, you mean it's not as big as you say it is?
Oh man, he's so disappointed. But I don't know. I don't think so.
She moves away from the desk. Just let me know when you're ready.
I will let you know.
Play. What is your goal with these baby
We-
chimera? Are you trying to sell them or give
We
them
should
away?
sell them because I think they're valuable. Like, how often do you see chimeras?
Well, hey, you know what? Kaim's over here having a good time, so maybe you could talk with Wilfred. I bet he's in the animal market. He could
Will
maybe
you
help you out.
help me? I'm really bad at talking to people.
No, you got it. I have to distract Kaim.
Oh God.
Or if you give me the eggs, then I can ask and you can distract Kaim.
Okay. You promise to give, like, share the money though equally.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Just start with one. Or I don't need the egg. I can talk to him about this in private.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can take them with you. I trust you. I think.
How big are these things?
The eggs, they're pretty large. They're larger than an ostrich egg.
Oh boy. Okay. I'll grab one and kind of cover it up with a cloak or cowl or something. Make sure that Panoply and the other two are talking and shopping.
So meanwhile, you hear Kaim saying, "Well, if you give me some time, it'll grow, and trust me, you won't be that disappointed."
She's now, like, looking through her armor.
He'll see Penny come by. Oh, hey, Penny, can I see one of those eggs?
Yeah, and I turn around and I take the remaining egg out and hold it out. Don't drop it.
And so Kaim will carefully take it and put it on the counter and say, "We need the armor for this."
You're buying it armor?
She turns around and looks at it. That's an egg.
Yeah, but it was from a 3-headed chimera. The one that did you see it? The trophy outside? Or the goblins brought it in.
You want to armor your egg.
Well, can you do that?
What? The eggs are armor, dummy.
But eggs crack. You could put like a suit of armor around it.
No, because then how will it ever get out?
I don't know, put a bell in it and then it will...
It's going to hatch soonish. I look at Turxian for confirmation.
It's getting pretty close.
Maybe we should come back after that, Kaim. I mean, right? It's like, I don't know, buying baby clothes when you don't know anything about the baby.
I mean, that egg time, it's armor it more than it already has.
Alright, as soon as it hatches, we'll get us measurements.
Yes.
I want that thing
Wow.
fighting by next week.
While
Kind.
they're talking about Chimera fights, I'm gonna surreptitiously mention to Wilfred that it's possible we may have rescued some live Chimera eggs and find out if those might be something him or the guild would be interested in.
He peers up from a book he's reading. Live chimera eggs, you say? Oh. Yes, I think I could definitely find a buyer for those. Do you have them with you? I'd have to make sure that, they're real and not damaged, and that they're, properly fertilized, and that an actual chimera will grow from it, as opposed to, being sold a lame egg.
Oh, of course.
Like a lame duck, but it's an egg.
That was good, Wilfred.
I have one in me every once in a while.
So I've got one egg here that you can look at. The group is still discussing the possibility of whether they want to keep these or sell these, so we're just shopping around. And I take up the cowl and let him take a look. With my back, in my body in between Kaim and Vision to the egg.
He starts peering, examining the egg. Well, this is a fine specimen. There's clearly something growing inside. He pulls out another book. Spots on it look right. The shell density is correct. Oh. I think it's, yes. Yes. I definitely think we would buy this.
I mean, you saw how big Mother Chimera got. These have potential.
Yes, definitely. Potential. Strange beasts, though, not exactly easy to domesticate. But for the right buyer, could be something.
Right. Well, let's get down to brass tacks. What do you think you could get from a seller? Not necessarily that would be what you paid to get the egg from us.
Oh, I'd have to do some thinking on that, but I could always give you something magical.
We'll be spending the night if you need some time to do some research.
Yes, that sounds perfect.
Excellent.
Spend the night, I do research, figure out the price. You said 1, 2, 1, 1.5. No, half wouldn't work. That's stupid. 1 or 2.
Well, it's a travesty, Wilfred, I tell you. It could have been 3, but unfortunately, 1 or 2 is the most we can do.
Huh. Sounds like a story for a different night.
All right, well, I'll take this and hear back from you tomorrow. Maybe best to ask what's in stock after session.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna go chill with the egg, and hopefully Panoply can talk some sense into her cousin.
I'm his armor's really shiny, isn't it?
Who?
Kaim.
I mean, it's a very dark color.
It's a little smoky after being burnt.
I mean, it is shiny-ish, but its adamantine armor is a very dark
Metal.
dark
Okay.
metal.
Basically, she's gonna try and like get Kaim outside. Like, come outside with me. It's too close in here, and like sprinkle rations and try and get like seagulls to fly over and shit on him, so she can like, look, you don't want this thing. It's gonna shit on you. I don't know what the chances of this happening are, but she's hoping for a miracle.
Roll a d20.
Who be?
No panoply.
Oh god, there are no
You don't-
birds here.
Yeah, you don't see any birds.
Oh, thanks for that. What was the point of you putting this on me? And I gotta wash it.
Well, I'm just. If you raise that thing from a baby, like it's not gonna. It's gonna be awful. We're not gonna be able to stealth anywhere ever again. Even worse than you. And it's going to like. How are we gonna stay in an inn? Like you can't like bring a chimera into the inn. It's gonna eat the horses. Do you want Ben and Jerry to be eaten by your pet?
Well, I'll be able to ride the Chimera at that point. Then I don't need Ben and Jerry. Or we don't need the horses.
Are you gonna leave me because I don't have a chimera?
You can ride on the back with me.
No, no. You would dump me off if that tiefling said yes.
I would give you the Chimera and then go off with her.
So you're saying if you get laid, we can sell the egg?
No.
Well, that's kind of what you said.
How much is the egg worth anyways?
I don't know. I bet it's worth a lot, though. Like, how often do you see chimera? Have you ever seen a chimera egg? You ever heard of a chimera egg?
Not at all. I've heard stories, but it's stories.
Well, we should consult the group, and Arvin has a long history here and seems to maybe know about selling rare goods, and we should ask him.
I'd imagine it's worth more than the heads that we turned in,
It
so
might be.
I'll be willing to sell it for 1,000 gold each.
Well, let's see what the market is. Let's go ask, and we will try. We'll ask Arvin.
Where is Arvid?
I don't know. He's probably inside somewhere. Let's go back in. And there we see Arvin.
Just sing into the egg. Got my loot out. Hey, Kaim, did you get a number?
Yes, I did. 1,000 an egg. Let's do it.
Oh, I was referring to the tiefling lady who was checking you out, actually, but
Who's checking me out?
you're talking... maybe not. Anyway, you're talking about selling the eggs now? You're interested?
Only if we can get 1,000 each.
Gotcha. Well, as I said before, remember, these aren't going to get big enough for you to ride, so I think it would be more valuable for us to sell. And Mr. Wilfred is doing some research to find out how much we can make off them. So 1,000 an egg is realistic.
Oh, then we should probably do 2,000.
Well, we'll see what he has to say. You know how good my haggling skills are.
All right, 2,000 each.
Best of luck.
Canopy leaves and goes back to that shop.
Kaim, you like money, right?
Of course.
Absolutely. All right. Well, if we have a chimera, you lose a lot of money because you're taking care of it. We sell it, we make a lot of money, and with that money, we could buy a lot of stuff.
I knew someone back at home. They would raise exotic animals. Sure, it costed money then, but when you raise it, you could sell it for more.
Interesting. I wonder if they ever raised a chimera. Well, either way, we'll find out more information in the morning, so sleep on it. Maybe we can come to an agreement as a group.
Alright. That's a little sad because you really wanted to ride a Chimera into battle.
It's like riding a horse, but it flies. Well, I'm ready to head up to the inn for the night.
Me too. I need to take a bath and wash my armor. Penny's been giving me dirty looks since we left Night Hollow.
Mm-hmm. And if you ever want to know what it's like to raise a chimera, go over to Tirxian's house. I think there's some crying right now.
He has kids?
Before you all retire for the night, the Dragonborn who was keeping watch on Storm and nodded to him as Kaim nodded, gets up and sort of places himself between you and the upstairs and sort of holds out a hand for like a handshake. And he says, "Greetings, far traveler. I recognize something you carry on you. You don't happen to be a Stormbreaker, are you?"
Oh god.
Yeah, I am. How did you know? What am I carrying?
I fought with the man that wielded that blade in the Serpent's War.
I mean this? And he'll hold out the broken blade.
Yes, that Konos Stormbreaker, paladin of the Valerian army. Very much a mighty individual, very much missed.
Yeah, it's that's my grandfather, and sadly I never really got to know him. I was too young at the time.
Yes, you do look like a young one. Well,
I was alive at the time.
how about I buy you a beer, and I'll tell you a few tales.
Alright.
Kaim and this stranger sit down, and Kaim learns a little bit about his grandfather, the wars he fought in, grandiose tales of valor, and of a magical blade that he wielded in battle, but was destroyed in the Serpent's War. I think that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Heyo.
It's pretty fun.